Mr. Johnson,
How's it, bud?
how are you doing?
Good, and yourself?
I'm good. How do you, first of all, thank you for coming to the show. Let me just shake your hand.
Good to meet you, man.
Taking your time, your Friday evening to come here.
Yeah, I'm usually out partying, man.
Yeah, you're gonna be partying on the box here, bro, with your mouse,
So
all the talking, and all
we have to
the
sacrifice.
dancing. Yeah. Without the do you need to explain the game for quick?
Yeah, let me hear
So
what's going on.
basically, it's a mystery box game called Sister, where you need to guess the flavored drinks that you'll be sipping up now, and then the more flavors you guess right, or like in a row, you win a nice prize. But if you lose, unfortunately, you need to do 10,000 push-ups. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Man.
Can I do it over 3 years?
3 years, sir. No, three push-ups a day. Without further ado, sir, you can.
Alright, let me check this out. Cheers. Yo, I can't say what that is. Is it something I know? Can you please? Flip. Sorry, I don't know that. It tastes a little bit fruity, like strawberry-ish. It's not just juice. Is it a sparkling water, flavored water? Am I close? Raspberry flavored water. Lychee. But is it water or is it?
That's lychee. Don't you know lychee is a
Yes, I know it.
Yeah.
What drink is it?
What is it, guys?
It's a switch.
Switch.
Oh, okay, no, sorry. Alright, next one. This is cream soda.
Nice.
So I just gotta guess the flavors. Okay. Oh fuck, that's vinegar.
It's going weird.
And that tastes. Is it pineapple? Alright, is that it?
Sorry for that. You think I'm losing something, eh?
Yeah.
You wanna down it or something?
Yes, let me down, good.
Catch me, I'll be on my mission. Catch me, candid for these lenses. Catch me, one day whipping in these Benzes. Catch me, like we playing on. Roll one, and you gon' sing along. Ay, sip some, and you gon' get your dance on. Catch me, drowning in ambition now.
Alright guys, welcome back to Couch Creative. We are back with another special artist. Let me speak to you guys.
What's up, guys?
Good.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
Thanks. What's up, Caleb? Good, how are you?
I'm good, huh?
Okay, it's cold. I'm ready.
You bring all the coldness, you bring cold vibes.
Nah, I came here where I'm from, it's hot, man.
Please leave
I came from the sun.
from the sun.
Kidding, man, I'm just up there in Plattekloof.
Oh, that's a cool, fancy, rich.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, thank you for coming on the show, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Big things about you and doing amazing things in the music.
Yeah, hopefully, I'm glad people are paying attention and sitting up and listening to my music. I'm happy that I can get that going.
How's that whole process been, has it been overwhelming? Settling in well?
Not yet. I wouldn't say like I'm at that stage yet where people are kind of like coming up to me and taking photos and stuff, or like where I'm like even popular at all. So I just want people to hear my music. So I think there's no real overwhelming stage at this point. It's just me getting the music out there and having people hear it, and then if they vibe with what I'm doing, and then they will eventually come see my shows, and at that point I think it would become overwhelming.
Yeah. But then you'll be ready because, you're really preparing yourself, huh?
Yeah.
But little by little you're having like small fans out there,
I know, for sure. I've got people like doing videos of my song and posting it on the social medias and kind of like doing their own little dance to it, and which is kind of cool.
Viral there on TikTok.
Yeah.
That's how you get viral, when people are sharing your stuff.
Of course, yes. I had quite a bit of people share it, which is cool. I'm quite proud that I was able to do something like that. I'm happy about that, yeah.
That's good. I'm glad that you're happy. Not easy in this specifically, especially with this industry in Cape Town. It's very hard to like break through.
Yeah, no, for sure. Look, I used to be in the music business about 11 years ago, and
You're in the game for a long time.
Yeah, I'm 34 now, bro.
Yeah, you look like you're 18, so.
Yeah, I don't age. So at the time, I was doing it more like to kind of like make money, and I don't think there's much that has changed in the music business. Like, I mean, if you really want to make money, it's very difficult to make money in the business. But now, fortunately enough, I'm doing this more of a hobby, where I'm kind of funding everything myself, the music video, all the tracks. I'm paying all the producers, I'm paying the writers, I'm paying the extras, everybody. Like, I mean, everybody needs to get paid. So
Yeah.
I'm fortunately in a position now that I can do that. So I'm
So back then you were just freestyling.
yeah, freestyling and trying to hope for like a payday.
So
You
now
know what I
you
mean?
should of yourself, you're like, screw anyone, I'm going to be responsible for my own dreams now.
Exactly,
Not anyone else.
exactly. So that's why when I said I was in the music business quite some time ago, I stopped, started a business, I got some success, and now I can kind of live out my passion, and so now it's kind of like a hobby for me.
Oh, speaking,
Yeah, so I don't really need to make money off the music now. I just want people to hear it.
Just
And,
doing it for the passion.
yeah, for the passion, for the love. Like music is in my blood. Like, I mean, I didn't have to come back into the game, but there's just something about the music that doesn't want to get away from
Yeah,
me.
you can't let it
It
go.
just sticks. It just sticks. Like, a lot of people over the years have always like, when are you gonna make another song? When are you gonna drop a song? Because it was like a few times when we had like #1 hit singles. There was one with Jack Barrow in particular called
Jack Barrow.
Rockstar, and we had quite a lot of songs on the radio. People knew we were, and like,
Yeah.
and we were popular. And then everybody kept on asking me, when are you gonna do music again? And I was like, you know.
So you're pressurized to get back into the game.
Yeah, I wanted to be ready. I first wanted to be financially ready to kind of get back into it again, because it does cost a lot of money for a little bit back, and at that's why people are kind of out there scouting for labels and so they can fund it.
You're doing the most out here.
Yeah, so I'm basically hiring the people that the labels hire to get my stuff out there.
You're the musician, you're the visionary behind the
behind-
music that you produce.
Behind my own
Just
passion,
add the icing on top of the old vocals.
100%.
well, speaking of business, I want to know how do you manage to balance the business and the music? Because I know it's very difficult
Wait,
to
before
do
you
both at the
ask,
same
what
time.
is your business?
So I've built a system that kind of pre-qualifies data for financial companies in South Africa. So I use an array of online platforms where I drive the consumers to where I've got my hub, and they got.
E-commerce?
No, not necessarily. It's more for like insurance, debt review, and financial help for consumer South Africans. So once they go through there's lots of times people come through that system, and it's kind of like wasted data when the call centers will dial them, and it's like, this guy doesn't qualify.
You sell other people's data to companies.
Yeah.
My IP address, basically.
No, not like that. So it's like, so before we go any further, I am POPI compliant.
Okay.
All the consumers that come through my system have to opt in,
Okay.
and they kind of have to agree. There's a privacy policy that got
So
a.
you're the ones that said you accept these cookies or deny.
Yeah.
If you accept, you take all information.
Yeah, but they are very well aware that the information is going to be passed onto a debt counselor or funeral policy or whatever they've opted in for.
So you're encoding it.
Yeah, I'm ahead of the game, bro. I'm one of the best in the game.
Yeah,
bro.
Making
That's
money. No, that's amazing. That's amazing. You have been in an accident, right?
Yes.
And I want to know, how did that have an impact into your music? How did that affect your music?
So I DJ'd. I was initially a DJ, and then I played for a couple of years, and then I had the accident now. And then I couldn't walk for about 6 months. Then I pivoted into music production. And at that point, I started meeting like different artists, because I started producing for artists. I couldn't necessarily go do shows because I was on crutches. And then the artists would come over to my house and record there in my little room studio that I had. And I met artists, and then I met this guy, Andre Machent. He's MC and stuff. And then the two of us started Dirty Funk, and we did quite a bit in the business, in the industry for a few years, and I feel like we got to that point where we just decided, listen, I think we kind of like hit our peak here, and that's where we parted ways. But I think from that accident, something else breeded there, and I draw a lot of positivity from that. Although it's a negative thing, I feel like I was able to really educate myself in terms of the production field, and I've managed to do productions for major artists around the country, and I think that was the positive impact that the accident had.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
No, continue.
So you dropped a new single, right? Which is Don't Know Me with Chase Williams.
And Shani J, Shani J is on the beat, Chase Williams in the second verse. I think it came together quite nicely.
I think it's a very nice song. The rap was cool. The beat was cool. The video was cool. I like the ladies on the video. You guys should check it out. But I want to know, what was the inspiration behind that, writing the song? What was in your mind?
So for me, that song is very honest. So if you listen to my verse, it's like very honest. It's like really everything that I'm saying is like the truth. I even say I don't dance because I dance like a daddy, which is true. I can't dance, and so for me it was about like people kind of like undermining you, like because you're popular and you're not, doesn't mean I can't do what you do, bro, let me show you. So that's why I'm saying I don't think you know me if you think I'm dumb. And I dropped the single in like a week, and it's doing pretty well, I must say.
Yeah, it does.
I've got another one coming out as well, which is probably going to drop.
Wait, which one is this one?
It's called Brand New.
What is the name? Brand New?
Yeah, it's a new one. It's called Brand New, and I'm doing like this little video with Evie the Kid. I don't know if you know Evie.
Yeah, Evie the Kid.
You
know all the influences.
Shout out, Evie.
Yeah, he was at my house on Tuesday evening. We chatted a little bit. So
just come to your house like people having a party now, so you say you're going back home.
Yeah, I'm going to go to my house and I'm going to see you wants to come over later on.
Can you also come there?
Yeah, you're welcome to share the food.
I feel like you're basically like the godfather of the game right now. How do you feel about it? And I want to know, seeing that you, at the age that you are now, right?
Yeah.
I feel like in Cape Town there's a lot of youngsters that are into music. How do you try to fit in, or do you try to fit in, or do you just try to...
No, I don't try to fit in at all, man. Like, I mean, if you... like I said, I'm very honest about what I do. I'm honest about my music. I'm honest about everything. So, I mean, I spoke to Ibi the Kid the other day. He told me he's 22. Chase Williams, I think, is 26. I am 34. I'm 35.
Okay. Also, when you go to the studio, how do you try to make songs that sort of like relate to our taste? Because when I listened to that song, You Don't Know Me, I was like so into it. I was like, feels like an 18 years old rapper did that. How do you come with that? How do you manage to get us to be on that?
That I don't know. I think
taste?
I might be young at heart, bro, because I don't specifically go and write and say like, look, I'm going to try and write for youngsters. I just try and write for what I feel and what I feel is going to be cool.
Amazing stuff.
Whoever likes it. Whoever doesn't, I mean, to each their own. And
you mentioned you wanted to ask a question like, how do you balance the two between your company now and then and your music as well?
So my business, I work from home as well.
Self-efficient,
yeah.
Everything is.
I work from. I can literally sit with my laptop in Mauritius and go work from there. Nobody will have any issues with me. And then, so I work from home, and the cool thing is I've got a little studio set up at home as well. So whenever I do feel like doing some music, I'll go sit in my studio, and I'll even just bring my laptop there, and in between my work I'll do some editing or do some productions and stuff, and then I'll sit and record, and so it's pretty easy. I can balance it, but firstly I first take care of my business. If my business requires my attention, I'd first do that.
Are you doing it all by yourself? Like you operating your business alone, or do you have like...
Look, I've got a lot of
employees.
I don't have employees that I pay monthly, but I've got a lot of people that's kind of like freelancers that I hire, like different companies to do different parts of my business. So there's a lot of moving parts to kind of make the system like one. So each company has their own responsibility to take care of, to make the system work properly. So I don't necessarily use employees.
So like you have this level of professionalism out here, the way you speak, and I can tell you handle a lot of clients.
Yeah, look, I've got some of the biggest clients in the country.
And
so
you rapping here with us.
Yeah, it's funny
because sitting there looking guy doing rap.
It's funny that you mention that, because my clients,
they know that that you rap?
Yes, so my clients, I send it to them, and they own like some of the biggest companies here, like in the country, and then I send it to like the owners, and then they're like, oh my goodness, I didn't know you can do this, and then they phone me and they start rapping the song to me.
But that's very good. Don't you think that's sort of like a way of you actually getting the client? You know, you can just send them a song and be like if you don't want to buy the product, you can listen to a song.
No, I don't think so. I've been with my clients now for like 5 years or so, so I don't think making a song now is going to change anything. It's more about the service itself and like the relationship that I've built with them that's going to keep them going and kind of increasing their budget and spends with me, which I'm always pushing for.
Of course, you must increase your budget, bro. So what's the difference now? What Dale are you embodying right now, 11 years prior to what you were back then, you know, starting out?
Look, I don't have like a certain, like a personality that I kind of embody. I just am who I am. I'm not trying to be something or a different person. I'm just Dale. There's nothing different about me from then up until now. It's just obviously my experiences and what I've learned along the way, and I think I've got a lot more stories to tell now than what I did in the past.
Oh, so what are the stories like? What can we expect?
I don't want to say that on the podcast.
Okay, sorry. I'll leave my co-host to ask the next question.
I'll actually, I'm still on that single because I just can't get away from it. It's just too good.
Thanks, man.
And I want to know what were you hoping your fans to get out of that song when you put it out there? What were your expectations towards them?
I just wanted everybody to know how well I'm doing now. Basically, wanted to see like, oh shit, that's a guy that did Drop Top. He's back.
He's back. The guy is back. No, that's amazing. And anything coming up? Like you said there's a new
there's
song
another
coming
single.
up, right?
Well, Edwin and I are also working on another song, but for this one,
Is he doing music now?
yeah, he's coming to the music game. I don't know if I was supposed to announce it, but anyway, now they know.
Okay.
But the one that's recently dropping now, or that's dropping soon, it's produced by, I'm supposed to not mention his name, which I won't. He's signed with this major label, and I paid him like a portion of the fee of what they actually charge to do the track. But he does like #1 hit singles, platinum charting singles.
Damn.
So he produced a song for me. So there's no like tag with his name on, and then the song is called Brand New. So I also say like blast from the past with a brand new Benz, partying with brand new friends.
Damn, you guys can hear that. Jeez,
Yeah.
crazy. So is this rap? So I'm getting rap again, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever sang so far? Do you sing as well?
No, I can't sing. I can
Why not?
try.
Who told you that you cannot sing?
Myself.
You told yourself you can sing.
Yeah, I can't sing.
You can't sing. You have a whole studio you can try.
No, I've tried before. I know it's not gonna work out pretty
Well,
good
if you
for
like
me.
try-
I'm looking low end. You couldn't sing, but he's a rapper. But he's sang in one of those songs. But anything is possible.
Yeah,
You can auto tune it.
I guess so. I
I mean,
guess so.
there's influence now. Apparently, he's doing music. So what
I
stops you?
guess so.
Yeah, I mean,
Nah, I don't
you
think- I
should
don't
always try it out. I mean,
But the honest question: do you think there's like the Cape Town industry is too oversaturated with so many people trying to get into the music game? Just for the hype, because now they see their friends doing like, I want to jump on board, just do it. Like,
Honestly, I don't know too much about that, and I think everybody in Cape Town, there's a lot of talent in Cape Town. It's just like you say, it feels a little saturated, but I think the music's going to speak for itself. If your music is good enough, you're going to get to the front of the line, and no matter how much money you put in, I mean, the song can even flop, and you've wasted all that money.
yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if it's. I don't even know of the artists in the industry.
You've been there for 11 years, bro. You should know, bro.
Yeah, but it's like they've
Disappeared.
it's new artists now. Like,
Especially of the new artists. What do you think?
my brother is how old are you now? 20 something, 26. He knows these younger artists. I didn't even know they rap.
You should be managing these artists, bro. You have like you seem like a manager.
A lot of people has asked me if I can do that for them, but I won't have the time now. So that will require a
Like
lot
just
of.
focusing on yourself and your own music.
Yeah, and like Chase, I want to work with more in the future as well. Chase, I think.
Jason was here on the show, bro.
Is it? I think he's an amazing artist.
Yeah, that
Like,
guy is
I tell
literally
him that all the time.
The guy is gifted. This like I don't know how he's not blown up, bro.
Jeez.
Like this guy is next level, bro.
Yeah, he's got some things in the
He's creative
pipeline,
as well. He's dancing as well. He might as well cost the teach a little bit, bro.
I think he's one of my favorites in the.
Because now he does because he dances and he does his own choreography.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but it's not about this, about you. But
I think he's one of my favorites in the business at the moment. Nationally.
Is it?
Yeah, he's very, very good. Bro.
But back then, but what was your favorite? Like, because Chase is like, you know, and he's like
That time, I used to like Pharrell, bro.
Pharrell.
Yo,
Pharrell.
Pharrell.
Local man, don't
Local.
Pharrell Williams.
Yeah, local.
What makes Pharrell so special? But anyway, we get to that question.
Who was local at that time?
Yourself.
Like Jack Barrow. I used to vibe with Jack Barrow. I think that's why we reached out to him as well.
But he's Afrikaans rapping, so you were doing Afrikaans rapping back then.
But we did our verses in English and he did his in Afrikaans.
Okay. How did that link up even started? Like you just DMing or what? How did it relationship?
So we were with this company called Yes Music. They were run by Francois and John Van Loo. I don't know if you know
yeah,
who they
those are
are.
legends.
Yeah, they were my boys. I cried with them. So
You know all the big names now.
yeah, that's my boy.
You guys.
So anyways, and then they kind of put us together, and at the time they were kind of like managing us and funding everything, and they put the whole thing together, and that was cool. I'm still thankful for them
Wow.
up until today.
Because they gave you the opportunity. And
Yeah,
here you
yeah.
are now, bro. Have your own business, own studio.
For sure.
Next thing, you're managing influences in the music journey. Right?
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
What's up, man? You want to say?
What has been the biggest challenges in your music career so far?
I think back then it was mainly the money. There wasn't a lot of money to go around in the business. Not a lot of people were spending money on artists. If they were like spending it on like the AKAs and the Kulichanas, and yeah, those were my favorites back in the day.
you're mentioning that.
So I think they were spending it more on those guys that can really add value to their brands and their businesses, like clubs and events and stuff that can pull a crowd. And if you're an artist and you don't have that drawing power, I don't think you're gonna get much like real consistent money that can keep you going, you know, like from month to month. So you kind of got to live from hand to mouth and wait for the next gig. Even if you do get a gig, it's just like for money for a week or so. So I think that was one of the challenges. And then I had a daughter that was born, and then ultimately that's where I decided to pull the plug, and I was like, no, I can't do this. I've got to find something more stable and consistent, and that's when I went into business. Doing the music thing because my daughter was born and it wasn't like very sustainable, and I needed something more consistent. And at that point I started about 9 businesses. And you were asking if I taught myself the business. So yeah, I said I was sitting in like a lot of boardrooms and trying to pitch these directors of the services I'm selling, and then they just didn't have the budget for me. And then one of the things that all of them had in common was they've all allocated budget for leads generation. And at the time I was working with 2 other guys, and then I told them, but why don't we, they've got budget for lead generation, why don't we try and do leads generation? And remember, we were still like trying different businesses at the time. So they were like, no, let's just stick to what we're doing. And I was like, guys, I'm going to start this business regardless. If you guys don't want to join, that's fine, but I'm going to do it. So they were like, okay, cool, good luck, you guys, you can go ahead and do it.
Now, bro. They're probably regretting themselves. So they call you back and ask for like if there's a available spot?
No, I haven't done that, but I see what they're doing. The one guy is working as a financial advisor, and the other guy is doing real estate now.
Okay.
Yeah, none of them kind of
they don't have the freedom as you have, you know.
Exactly,
to,
yeah.
to go come and go wherever you need to be, you know.
For sure. I think that's
but
one
I
of the
understand
blessings.
is like, how does someone with the passion for music fall in love with data analysis, bro? Like, where did that?
I fell in love with money, bro.
But like, of course, but why in that perspective? You said 9 different businesses.
Yeah.
So why all of a sudden you land on that position? Were you just good at like?
I was
working
always good at business itself, like finding ways to make money, finding ways to help businesses achieve certain goals and stuff. And then with this data business, I started buying and selling data. At that time there wasn't such a thing as Poppy Act. So I started buying and selling data, and I was like, wow, I'm actually making money here. And then the people were complaining about the quality of the data, and then I decided, okay, I'm going to try and generate my own data or run SMS campaigns against the data, the cold data that I've bought. I started selling those, and okay, but better. Then I started generating my own data to the point where I've developed my own system, which is now one of the best converting systems in the country. So that system converts like pretty high from like lead to sale.
Sheesh, I'm inspired, bro. What advice would you give, like someone that wants to start a business as well? You know, like for the youngsters, the next generation.
So one of the things I've learned, like when I've done my business, is it's all good to start a business, but you must actually care about your clients, care about actually keeping their business running and keeping them happy. Like really care. Like if you don't care about your business and your client's success, then I mean you're not really going to become successful. So really care. Like you.
And
must
I feel like you also need to have confidence in what you're doing, you know, because
No,
I mean
for
you did a
sure.
lot of pitch meetings with different organizations to pitch your business to.
Yeah,
to fund
initially in the beginning I did. Now I don't anymore.
like, because I mean you are established now, bro.
I don't. But yeah, it's like you gotta have confidence and know your product, know what you're selling, do your homework, know what value you can add to the client's business, and then I'm pretty sure they'll give you a shot. They'll probably give you like a test run. If you can do what you say you were gonna do, they'll give you another shot, and for about 3 months after that, if you pass that, then I think you good to go.
Okay, off topic, what advice can you give me about my business, Couch Creators, bro? I'm sure you went through the page and checked. Like,
Yeah, check it out.
honest opinion, bro. Honest opinion. I want to go brutal on us.
No, there's nothing brutal, man. I think you guys are doing good. You guys are passionate about what you're doing. I mean, we're sitting out here on a Friday night.
Yeah.
You still say you got another location to go to. I mean, you're young, don't you guys want to be partying? But you guys are sitting here working on a Friday.
Of course.
So I'd say you guys are passionate and you guys are doing good. I mean, everybody's got to start somewhere, and eventually, before you know it, we want to be. Or
Yeah. But did it take 11 years for you to get where you're at, bro?
not that long, and I don't feel I am where I'm at yet as well. Like I've still got a long way to go. It's just I've done quite a bit already that I'm proud of, and I can be proud of my body of work that I've done thus far.
So, but before you, but like, what point of intersection do you feel like you reached that point where you were generating consistent money? Like at what year and what was that turning point for you?
I think it was about 4 or 5 years. I'm not too sure until I started getting to that point where I don't kind of got a budget anymore.
Yeah.
And that's where I think it
Well, you were
was
just like desperate, like I need to do something urgent. I need to get that one client that's gonna be for the long run, and not just like a tap and go.
Yeah, in the beginning it was like just lots of clients. I had a lot of clients, but a lot of them was coming and going, and I struggled to keep clients on. And until I've realized I've had clients going for a long time, and then I think that's when I made that kind of little bit of a transition over, and that took about 5 or 6 years to get like clients staying. But then again, I'm constantly working on my system. I'm constantly bettering it, even though it's already doing well. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly trying to be better.
And during that 5-6 years when you were not getting consistently clients coming back to you, you know, and I'm sure the money was not being at the level where you were able to support yourself.
Yeah.
Like, how do you remain like resilient during that tough period? You know, what kept you going? I know you mentioned your kid. You had to know.
Yeah.
choice.
Look, I'm a very positive person. I'm always like kind of deep down inside. I know, man. Listen, it's going to work out. It's going to happen. Like no matter what's going on now, it's gonna end well. So I think that's what kept me going. Like I was always very positive and confident that I was going to be able to pull it off. Like I never doubted myself. I never thought like, oh man, I think it's time you got to throw in the towel here because you're not getting where you want to be. I just kept going, and that is one of my what's that word? Characteristic traits, yeah.
Wow. You want to say anything?
Amazing. Now, I think the question that I have in mind is based on your experience, right, making music and businesses. What advice or what message do you actually want to give out there on your music?
For my music, well, for me personally, I prefer to take the honest route about my music. In the song, if you must hear, I say I don't like to drive, but I got 3 rides. That's actually true. So I like to talk about the actual things that's going on in my life and not say like great stuff. But you know, rapping's always like portray this image that is kind of not real. So my advice is just be honest.
Yeah, based on your music, and you mentioned that you have a daughter, right?
Yeah.
How does that affect your music and your daughter?
No, she loves it. She loves my music. When I drop her at school in the morning, she'll sing the song with me if I play it in the car. Or she'll do like dancing to the music, and she loves it. She inspires it as well. I actually thought she would have wanted to get into the music as well, since she's got access to everything, but she's like, nah, I'm good.
I think she will some days.
Nah, I don't think so.
I feel
That's a
like
stubborn one.
yeah, I think that's about me.
Yeah, are we good? You happy with the answers? I'm satisfied.
Alright.
You can end the show, bro. Do you have the mic? Do you have the host mic?
All right, Jen. Before we leave, do you want to speak to your audience? Any message to them? Any collaboration coming up? Anything you want
Yeah, just keep an eye out on my socials. You can just search for me, Dale Johnson, Cape Town. You'll find me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all of them. Just keep your eyes locked and you'll see my next steps and my next moves.
That's it, guys. You guys gotta check that out. You gotta check out the video with Chase William. It's out on YouTube. You don't know me. The song is hard. The video is hard. There's pretty chicks out there. Check that out. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, brother.
Thanks, guys, man. I appreciate it.
Sip some, and you gon' get your dance on. Catch me, catch me, catch me, yeah. Drowning in ambition now. Wet. Turning all these tables now. Blip. Burning all these bridges down. Lit. Catch me, damn, damn, damn. Catch me,